Hey, in today's video, I want to talk about some of the underrated and overrated things on the farmstead or homestead. So, before we get started, hit the subscribe button. Give us a thumbs up at the end of the video if you like it. We appreciate you stopping by and watching our video. So, let's dive down and we'll get started. Let's talk about sheep. My opinion, they're underrated, and I didn't even have this opinion until probably a couple weeks ago, or whenever I got this built, so probably about a month ago. But man, you talk about if you want some pasture renovation, this is what you need: some sheep, because they'll eat weeds, they'll eat the grass down, and fertilize it and everything. So I have to say sheep is very underrated. Even that's something I just discovered. And like I've said many times, I've kind of bought these three animals on a whim, and I had them in the barn for a while. Finally got this mobile pen out here, and they seem to be doing really well. I mean, I don't feed them any feed. I just move this once or twice a day, and they eat it down. So first thing, sheep, I'm gonna say underrated, especially if you want to do pasture renovation. I ain't quite figured out how we're gonna make money with them yet, or how many more we're gonna get, but yeah, so far I like them pretty good. These ones I got a little skittish. I don't know why, but I mean, if I walk towards them, they'll freak out. I mean, I feed them every day, move them every day, water them every day. So, but that's the only thing I don't like about them. But very underrated. I'm gonna say something overrated is pigs, and I'm not talking about. Let me explain. I see a lot of these people on YouTube raising like coon or whatever you call them, or Magaliscas, or guinea hogs, something like that. In my opinion, they're really overrated. And I mean, I'm not trying to step on anybody's toes, but we raise pigs to put in the freezer. So I just raise a commercial type hog, like a Yorkshire, Berkshire mix or something like that. And it varies. Sometimes, I get whatever's available, but you're gonna feed them the same amount. So you're gonna feed them the same amount. You're gonna get a smaller hog with a lot of lard in it, where you get a commercial type hog or a modern type hog, and it's gonna be pretty lean. You're gonna have a lot of good pork chops, and it's still the flavor is. I mean, we can't even eat store-bought pork anymore. We've got so used to it. But we've tried. Heritage breeds are okay, but you're still not gonna get in my opinion, the good stuff like you're used to. So that's why I say these heritage. I don't know if they're heritage or whatever kind of pigs they are. I say they're overrated. Because I mean, it's gonna cost the same amount of money. You're not gonna get the same amount of meat out of them if you would have just a regular old hog. Like them old white hogs. We get some of those sometimes. Like I said, we get whatever's available. Anyway, I'm gonna say these outline pigs, overrated, very overrated. Pasture raised eggs, very underrated. And I'm gonna do a whole video, I think, on the difference between pasture raised and like store-bought eggs. I'm committed to pasture raised eggs and pasture raised poultry, so I'm not gonna get in a whole lot of it, the benefits of it, but this right here, I can't overstate the difference between these eggs and a store-bought egg. And I'm kind of saving that for a rainy day video when I get into later on in the year when it starts raining a lot. Go outside a lot. So, but watch for that video coming up. But pasture raised eggs, very underrated. I'm gonna say living off grid is overrated. It's and I say that with a caveat. I mean, if you had like thousands of or big acreage and you couldn't get power lines and stuff up to your house, yeah, you could probably justify solar and all that encompasses. But I mean, like my situation, I mean, we all have off farm jobs. I mean, there's no way we could live off grid. I mean, living off grid is a full-time job in itself. And I don't want I don't think people should think it's an idyllic lifestyle, and see, it is for some people, but man, you know, and I work for the electric utility, and I know that probably clouds my judgment somehow, but man, this off-grid now, if solar panels were cheap, you could put them on your house to supplement your power, like during the peak day, I mean during the day and stuff. That's different. But solar panels, I just don't think right now to do that, and it's not economically feasible, especially where I live, where our rates are kind of low anyway. But I'm gonna have to say living off-grid is overrated. I mean, my grandparents, even my dad, he didn't have power till he was like 5 or 6 or something like that. And they'll tell you right now they drive electricity any day of the week. I mean, it's just, imagine the quality of life we've gotten from electricity, from power source. And you know, all our power at our grid, it comes from a nuclear plant, and then we have supplements with hydro. I've got no problem with nuclear plants. I mean, everybody's environmentalist, but you know, I can make a whole video about green power and stuff. I mean, we'd probably have to have 2,000 acres of solar panels just to provide normal usage for our town. So I mean, I just don't see it right now. But anyway, I'm getting off subject here. You know, off-grid, I'm gonna say overrated. It's not practical for people like me, and I'm sure most of y'all that watch these videos, I mean, we all have jobs, so it would be a full-time job. If you had a full-time, if you didn't have to work, yeah, I can see it. You can make it do, but anyway, I'm gonna say living off-grid is overrated. I'm gonna say high tunnels, if you're thinking about getting into market gardening or selling at the farmer's market, or just some all-around good garden production, I would say high tunnels are underrated. And we had no idea the quality of vegetables we produce with this thing until we got one. And I mean, this is a godsend. We still got, we had a hard frost last night, and I still got squash in here doing fine. Got peppers in here doing fine. I got cucumbers in here doing fine. My cucumbers out in the field that y'all seen me plant, they died. Frost got them, so they didn't get, they was just about ready to, they had some blooms on them, so they're gone. My okra's gone now, so, but I got that mostly going to seed. But anyway, underrated high tunnels. If you have an opportunity to get one, or you had the space, even if you had a small one, you know, I would say go for it. These are very underrated. I mean, I remember the guy, the extension agent, when he came out and looked at where we're going to put it and do my application and everything, he said, yeah, you'll not believe the production you'll get out of these things. And he's true. It came all true. So I have to say high tunnels are underrated. Speaking of vegetable, look at these beautiful tomatoes I got. I just now picked them. Here it is, October, what is today? The 11th. October the 11th. Had a hard frost. Look at these. This is out of the high tunnel, so can't wait to eat these. But anyway, that's another reason. Beautiful, beautiful stuff. I want to remind everybody of our 100 subscriber giveaway. If you leave your name in the comment section, even on Facebook or here at YouTube, we'll put your name in a drawing. We got a little gift pack to give away. You can look at the previous video and see what all it is. I'm not gonna go back over it right here, but that's gonna go through till next Wednesday, a week from today. So anyway, my next overrated, underrated is good equipment. I had to say that's an underrated thing because I couldn't make it without my tractor or my side-by-side and all my equipment that I've got. You see a lot of people don't use it on YouTube and stuff, but you know, when you got limited help, it makes all the world of a difference. So even my side-by-side, I mean, my gosh, I couldn't imagine having that. I mean, doing this job without it anymore. From gardening to moving my egg-mobiles and my sheep mobile and carrying feed down to the barn and carrying hay around to feed and stuff like that. I mean, I use it more now than my tractor. I used to use my tractor for everything like that, but now I use my side by side. So it took a lot of hours off my tractor. But anyway, good equipment, and as much equipment as you can afford to get. Very underrated. What about homesteading and farming in general? I mean, is it overrated, underrated? That's a hard question. I'm not going to answer that one. I mean, it's a lot of hard work. It's a lot of sacrifice. But, you know, we know where our food comes from. It's a better quality of food. You know, I think we're eventually going to get back to, you know, small farmers being important. And I know that's a lot of people's goal. So I don't know where that comes in, overrated or underrated, but I know it's a lot of hard work. I mean, it's just half a day, you know, 12 hours a day. So you can pick your 12 hours, you know. But I know we get tired in the summer, me and my wife, and of course, I mean, we're kind of gearing it just for me and her. You know, in the past we've had our kids help out and everything, but we're trying to, I mean, they're grown and they're going to be moving out, getting their own families, so we can't count on them. So you need to keep that in mind when you're starting something like this, or if you're in the throes of it. You know, it's just the two of us, and we kind of gearing it towards that. And our main source of income in the future is going to be vegetables, and of course we'll continue eggs and stuff, and we're going to expand that. But homesteading or small farming, yeah, it's tough sometimes. A lot of heartache too. You know, you raise little animals up and they just die for no reason, and stuff like that. It's tough. A lot of hard work. So I don't know if it's underrated or overrated. I would lean towards underrated, because I mean, I have a passion for it. I have a passion for our food. I have a passion for pasture-based systems. I have a passion for growing good vegetables. So I think it's pretty important to me, but it might not be to you. So if you're thinking about starting, you know, that's something you need to consider. If you got the passion for it, and you need to keep from getting burned out. Like I'm kind of burned out on vegetables, and it's October, so you know we'll probably take a little break from these. And of course, when them cedar catalogs come in about another month, it's going to be Katie bar the door, so we'll be right back at it. And you know, I enjoy doing that part. But anyway, I'm gonna lean towards underrated, but you know, you have to think about it. The hard work involved in it, the time, the heartache. Of course, there's a lot of rewards too, so you have to weigh that for yourself. So I'm not going to say, I'm going to say underrated, sort of, but that's something y'all need to think about. And finally, biscuits and gravy and a good cup of coffee. Very underrated. Sometimes you just need to slow down and enjoy the simple things in life. Hope you liked the video. It's just all my opinions, so if you don't agree, you can leave a comment or whatever, send me an email. But we appreciate you stopping by. We appreciate you subscribing. If you give us a thumbs up, if you like the video, subscribe down here in the corner. Remember, support your local farmer. Go to church somewhere this weekend, and we'll see you down in the farm in the next video.